So today we're heading to the APM shopping mall because they just opened a Five Guys burger there 2 days ago. So right now we're in Po Lam. We have a minibus here, the one you see in front of me, that goes directly to the APM mall or close to it. So we're gonna hop on the bus and then we'll be at the mall in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna do a little fast forward there until we get there. Then we're gonna do a walkthrough of the mall so you all can see APM. It's one of the bigger malls in Hong Kong. It's been around for about 30 years. But they've improved on it drastically over the last 10 years. They've been expanding on it, and it's now 6 floors and plus a newly developed basement. So it's pretty wonderful. One of the better malls. APM is one of the few malls that hasn't really seen a hit from COVID or from the protests. So here's the bus we're going to take. It's already here. And this is our tenant. So my tenant here, he stays with us in one of our rooms in our flat. He's our bus driver. So he's going to be taking us to APM today. We're just lucky, I guess. So let's hop on and get going. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So first thing we need is you need to have an octopus card like this. And the attendant's going to try to not let us pay, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you hop on the bus and then you pay, and then you scan it like this, and then you have a seat. And then we're off to the races. And then we'll be there in about 10 minutes. So the bus ride went a little faster than I expected, and we're in Kwun Tong already. Show you here as I pull into the bus station. Lots of mini buses here. There we go. Not many people on the bus today, just me and one other girl. Thank you. You got a side. There's a little shrine here at the bus stop for good luck. Now we're going to wander on down to APM. The mall is right over there across the highway. So we have to get there. There's a crosswalk you can see. It's too bad on the video here you can't smell, but here in the winter, in Hong Kong in the winter, we have these vendors. They roast chestnuts and charcoal and peanuts, and they roast eggs, and then they sell them to you by the half pound or by the pound. They always smell so good when you walk by. And they also roast yams too. And they bury them deep down in the charcoal and then let them cook there for a few hours. And then you buy them up. There's 2 ways to get to APM here. It's right in front of us, but it's across the highway, so you can go up the steps here through the MTR station, or you can take the escalator. And we're going to take the escalator right now. And of course, everybody ignores the crosswalk sign. We're going to fast forward a bit. And we're going to start again once we're in APM. And we're going to show you the inside. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're walking into the mall here. This is the crosswalk over the highway. You can see some of the traffic passing under us here on both sides. It's a bit busy of a highway. This is being filmed in January 2021. So COVID's still a problem. We're in the middle of that. Everybody's masked up. Chow Tai Fook here on the left is the big jewelry chain in Hong Kong. Jewelry chains have been dominating. And then here on the right, they're adding some new screens for the cinema, for ticketing for the cinema. The cinemas are mostly closed right now because of the COVID problem. So they have all these screens and ticketing machines, but haven't started operating them yet. They just installed them last month. The cinema is actually up on the 6th floor, but you can get ticketing down here and then go up. It used to be you had to go all the way up to the cinema to see even what was playing, unless you do it online. But now you can just do it on the ground floor, and I'm sure that's going to get them a lot more viewers. Okay, so here we have the Apple Store, and then we have the main courtyard. They always have events here. So let's see what the event is for Chinese New Year. So Chinese New Year starts next week, so they got this whole temple that you can walk in. You can go in there, and I don't know what's inside, but apparently something in these boxes that you get out of the machines. Then they have these slot machines that you can put coins into. I'm guessing it's the year of the pig. So there's pigs all over this little temple. I don't know, cow maybe? Year of the cow? They all have horns. Maybe they're not pigs, they're cows, I guess. Neat temple. You can see here, this is 6 floors up. It's huge. There's various escalators that go up. There you can see one up there. And right up above us. So we're gonna hit those on the way up. Oh, they got a race car here too. So not sure what the event is, but they have a Bruce Lee race car. Okay. For pop racing. Bruce Lee said, oh, they have a girl in her outfit too. A little hoochie outfit, I guess, for Bruce Lee racing. Oh, and there's posing. People are posing. And there's the whole event staff. Oh, I guess they're selling toy cars. So that girl's there to sell toy cars. That's the Audi R8. Okay, well, we're not really here for the car, so let's go check and see if Five Guys is really open, like we thought. Here in Hong Kong, whenever a new shop opens, all the florists send flowers as a good luck thing. And they put them in front of the new shop for about a week. So you can always tell when a new shop is open because there's silly amounts of flowers in front of it. So here we go. It looks like Five Guys is open. And they're prepared for a bit of a long line. So they have flowers here, all the bouquets, and then this is for the line. You can see it's busy. A bit of a line inside, maybe 10 or 20 minutes long, not sure. Five Guys here has been quite a hit in Hong Kong. This is about the 4th or 5th one that they've opened over the last year. It's pretty wonderful. So Monday through Sunday, open 11 a.m. to midnight. So it's open really late. That's great. So all these bouquets say congrats to Five Guys for opening. So this way, off here on the right, is the MTR station. So it's kind of crazy busy. This is one of the busiest malls in Hong Kong. Not as busy as the Sha Tin Mall, but pretty close. So even in the slow times, like right now, it's still a bit much. And then in the busy times, this is shoulder to shoulder for 2 or 3 hours at a time, in the morning and in the evening. So we have lots of shops all over. we're gonna ignore these shops for the most part, and we're gonna head up. Here on the ground floor, it's a lot of fashion shops, makeup and bakeries and things like that. And it's similar up higher, but they have a little bit more variety as you get up higher. So we're gonna do a walkthrough of the first floor here. If you keep going up at the top here, there's a Starbucks, which you can't really avoid that. Here, this shop is under renovation. In Hong Kong, they box them in like this. They put the box over them whenever they're renovating. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so here's a Chatteris, which is one of the newer bakery chains across Hong Kong. They sell cakes, different kinds of cakes. They're a bit pricey. Most of these cakes are about 20 to 30 US per cake, so they're high end. So, but you can see why. Yeah. They look good. They're sculpted and nice. Then they have individual desserts, panda desserts there and other things. Over here we have Brandoff. So if you want to pay lots of money for purses and for other things, there you can see the purse is a bit over 500 US for a little small clutch. And some of these in here are tens of thousands. So here, this one, it's 12,000 Hong Kong. So it's a bit silly. There's some in that shop that are hundreds of thousands of Hong Kong dollars per purse. And this is a Table 18. It's a German restaurant. They have a pretty good selection sometimes. They vary it every month. Different Western stuff. Okay. Daniel Wellington Jewelry Shop. And then Milan Station. Some more high-end purses. Here you can see here. Hopefully the glare isn't too much. So that one's 98,000 Hong Kong. This one is 128,000 Hong Kong for that purse. And these ones down here lower, 53,000 for that one. So, good way to spend a paycheck, I guess, if you really want a purse. Over here we have the corner, which is shoes. And then we have more purses. And then we have Ma Bell, which in the US you might think this is a phone shop, but for whatever reason here, Ma Bell is jewelry. Maybe it's supposed to be Mabel. I don't know. And over here we have another cake shop. And they sell the cakes in these fancy glass containers, like individual cakes. So they're about $5 or $6 US per cake. You can see 56 Hong Kong. And then they have the nicer ones. Like over here is a fruit jello for about 30 US. No, I'm sorry, 40 US. A bit pricey. Cakes here are like works of art. They make you pay for that. Okay, so we're up above the central courtyard now. So down below us, you can see the Bruce Lee car and the event staff over there. And then up there is the Chinese New Year event. Mostly here we have fashion shops and sports shops. There's sneakers and such at Fusion. Order International. And here's makeup. These low floors, you can see these low floors have a pretty low railing that you can pretty easily reach over. But the upper floors, as you'll notice when we get up there higher, they've increased the railing It used to be low like this on all the floors, but people would go up to the 4th and 5th floor and jump. And we had a jumper in this mall about once a month for years. Many years, people would jump every month. Sometimes it's old people, sometimes it's students. They would go up to the higher floors and jump. I don't know what this event is, something having to do with bears. This was down on the 1st floor last week. Now they've moved it up here, a whole bunch of bears. So, anyways, those jumpers, it's bad enough that they kill themselves in the mall and then they endanger the people below them. So they increase the railing height to make it harder for people to climb over. So now you can still jump if you jump from the 2nd or 3rd floor, which might kill you and might not. So I think that's going to fix that. I don't keep track of how many people jumped recently. They might publish it somewhere, but I haven't been watching much. I used to have an office here near this mall, so I would see it every day. But now I sold that business, so now I just come back here to visit every once in a while. Here we have a tiger tea. They have these brown sugar balls in the tea, so when you're eating it, it's like the boba balls. And here's a Iberico restaurant that focuses on Iberico pork. This goes all the way around. Over here, some fashion houses. This is a G2000. Botanicals. If you want some makeup and skincare products. And here's a Sasa, one of the bigger cosmetic chains in Hong Kong. And this is the Kiwa Bakery. They sell mostly pre-prepared food, nothing fresh. Baked food, cookies and things that are packaged. There's another tiger tea place, and they also sell fresh tea, other kinds, but you can tell the focus is on the brown sugar tiger tea. And here, the ever-present 7-Eleven. They find a way to be everywhere. This used to be a Pizza Express. It was never very busy, so they closed that down. And now, it's a Japanese place, Shio Ramen. Now it's been a lot busier from what I've seen. So it usually has a line here. Quite a few people waiting. And today's no different. There's watches. And then here's an optical shop. Off on the right here, there's more fashion. Stage of Play Lord and Initial. The Unusual Experience. That Initial, they used to have a big stuffed donkey. I'm sure it was fake, but the big stuffed donkey in the shop, they still might have it. Donkey and an ostrich or something. So it's certainly a little unusual. There's a Haagen-Dazs. It's just desserts, ice cream, of course. A lot of people love the ice cream. And here's a H&M. Pretty big chain in Hong Kong and almost every mall. You see we're getting up a bit higher here. You still see the car down there. And you can still see they have a interactive floor on that New Year's event. So you can step on the floor and an official come to you. It's interesting. Lots of fashion and fitness. All about fashion and fitness. That whole other side there is the H&M. It's massive. They're paying millions a month in rent for this. And off on the right here we have some sort of New Year's thing. I'm not sure if you can buy these flowers or take pictures with them or what. And then here's a whole New Year's store, the shop. Moving right along. And we're back to the Bento restaurant. So we're going to flip around and head up to the next floor. So after we do the walkthrough here, we're going to head back down to the first floor and get some Five Guys. Here in Hong Kong, we're getting more and more burger joints. We've always had McDonald's for at least the last 20 years, but we're getting more and more. You know, a few of the Western ones open, In-N-Out and Five Guys, and they've had really good success. So now it's getting a little silly. They're opening a new one almost every week, which is funny because all the Westerners are leaving now because of the politics. So they're going to open all these Western joints in, and all the Westerners are leaving. Here's some macaron place. This is Paul Lafayette. Quite good for macarons and desserts. Sometimes they have eclairs here and other things. Pretty amazing. And then over here is Oliver's Super Sandwiches. I really love this place. They have Philly cheesesteaks. And we made it up to the Starbucks. This is only on the 3rd floor, so this is the top of that escalator, but the mall continues up for another 2 or 3 floors. In this one, on this 3rd floor, we have the deli. So I want to walk through that real quick and show it to you. It's similar to a food court, what you'd have at a food court in the US and most of the big malls. So the seating right now is quite limited. Well, we have to do a test. So to do the temperature. The seating is quite limited. They have all these dividers. And the seating in this food court has never been great to begin with. And the way this works is, here is the register where you get all of your food, but you pay for it over here. So you go through, and each one of these restaurants is different. They all have their dishes. You can see this is a Taiwan Express Korean fast food. Pretty cheap. So you pick out what you want, and then you can pay for it there, or you can pay for it over at the cashier. And here's another one. This is a relax station. Different kind of food. Oh, that squeaky cart is going to kill us all. And over here we have a meal, local food, different kinds of rice dishes, some seafood and others. There's a katsudon pork. And then down there you see the teriyaki chicken steak. There's some sabawazi. There's a pork don. Oh, pretty good. So over here we have curry station. And we have different kinds of curries. You can see here's the shrimp curry for 50 Hong Kong dollars, so about $6 US. Here's the cheese omelet curry. Oh, I love that one. And the pork cutlet curry. So these are all pretty cheap. $5, $6 US for curry dishes. And you can pay for it here with the Octopus card. Here you can see the card readers. You just tap your Octopus card and that pays for it automatically. Over here we have some fried chicken. Chicken wings. And then over here we have some desserts. Different kinds of chilled desserts. Some sago and some black rice with glutinous rice with coconut milk. We have some mango pudding, cashew durian. Oh, I'm sure everybody would love that durian. And then there's some mung bean soup. A little bit of everything. Over here we have the Japanese bento boxes. the eel set there. Lots of eel. So it's like almost everything has eel in it. And there's an Angus beef with cheese. This is unagi. It's a restaurant focused on eel. Okay. Here's Maize Court, which is more of a local place. And you buy it in these big bowls. There's the assorted noodle dish. Right? And seafood noodles. And over here, 3 topping noodles. 2 topping noodles, Vietnamese ham noodles. So, all noodle places. And that one. I have a little cart here that usually here they sell dim sum. But right now it's closed down. Not sure why. Maybe not enough people, or maybe because of the virus. They have a lot of the seating closed off here. But they actually do have some seating available, which is surprising. Most of the seating is closed off because of COVID, so they have to limit the seating to 50% capacity, which is quite a big limit in this place. Here they have a Danish bar, where they have various kind of Western style Danish, crunch sugar, and then maple Danish bars and red bean bars. These are really good if you've never had them. Quite interesting and unique. And then up here, we're not going to go up this alley here, but we have Columbia sportswear, and then here's the chocolate. And then you can see there's still at least 3 or 4 more levels up, so it's quite big. Let's head on up to the next one. Now this one's under renovation, coming soon in March. And then over there they have more makeup. Moving on up. So this is supposed to be 2nd floor, but as you know, we've already went up 2 or 3. So they do the floor numbers here a little weird. You know, they do underground level UGs, and then they do ground levels, and then they do basement levels, and then they do first floor, but you're actually on the 2nd or 3rd floor by the time they say first floor. So this is King Duck. Lots of duck dishes and various others. There's some pork you can see in there. And this is one of the nicer sit-down Chinese places. So these are kind of going by the wayside lately. Not nearly as popular as they used to be. So I skipped over the salad fashion store there. That's been there for quite a while. And here's more fashion. Ad lib. Young person fashion. I really don't know what this is. I guess it's a fashion shop with jewelry and fashion. Weird. Called Mushroom. So here you go, Ashley. Maybe you should endorse that one. The Mushroom Fashion Shop. I don't know why they call it that, because it doesn't look like they have anything mushroom themed. But okay. And over here we have the Uniqlo. They have the whole half the floor there. You see what I meant about the higher walls, so the top jumpers. We're only up on the 2nd or 3rd floor, and already we hit the higher walls. People were jumping from here. And to be fair, this is a good 50 feet, 60 feet down, so not many people are going to live through that. There's the American Eagle store, selling mostly blue jeans. They're usually pretty busy whenever I come by, and today's no different. They have a few customers in there, 4 or 5. Hello, Lulu, for backpacks, if you need some backpacks. Now up in the higher floors here, we started getting into more food options, but not quite yet. Here we have the Ash if you want hats, and then here we have Levi's. I guess they put that right next to the American Eagle to make it easier to get your denim fix. Uniqlo, they sell food and fashion and all kinds of stuff in there, household items. It's kind of like the Walmart, but it's the pricey version. It's all Japanese supposedly, but it's made all over the world. Here they have Legit, which is a jewelry shop, cheap jewelry shop. And more cheap jewelry and fashion. Double Step, another a little bit higher end jewelry shop, or fashion shop. And here's Namu, for if you want to get your office clothes. Here's a restaurant, Japanese restaurant. They've been getting pretty popular here. And then a CD warehouse, which is certainly on its way out, but it's still busy now. A lot of people go there to buy various electronics. So they call it the CD warehouse, but CDs are really not what they do anymore. Nowadays they do a lot of other stuff. We're up to 4 now. This whole floor is dominated by Under Armour, but down on the other end of it, Nike has quite a lot of it. They have Nike here, Adidas, and a lot of the other big brands. Here's Onitsuka Tiger. There's fashion. And there's Samuel Ashley. Craftaholic by Rapey Living. I don't know why they named it that. In English it doesn't sound good, but here I guess nobody really thinks twice about it. Marathon. We're working our way up here as quickly as we can because I don't want to be late for dinner. Here's Adidas, right next to the Nike Superstore, so that's probably not doing them any wonders. This here, this escalator goes up to the cinema and the 6th floor, or the 5th floor. It continues to go higher, so we're going to go up there in a minute as we're hitting the top of the regular escalator. Here's the Doc Martens store that's been there for a few years, and then over here is a little restaurant niche, the Malaysian food, and then over on the other side there's a lot of Japanese food and Thai food, things like that. This floor, the whole other side of this floor is dominated by restaurants. They're a little boring, so we're not going to go over there. They're nice to eat there. They have all kinds of neat themes. Some of them cook on charred wood plates that they bring out to your table, and some of them prepare it at your table. Some of them do it with the flaming grills, and the chef who does acrobatics and weird stuff. This is a Fortress, and then over there is a Broadway. So these are both phones and electronic shops. This whole floor, it looks like, is phones and electronics. So you can see all across in front of us is vacuum cleaners and rice cookers and phone shops. Up here is 3, which is another phone shop. And this is just all phones. And then for some reason a pet store in the middle of all that. We're going to skip all the phone shops. If anybody really has an urge to see those, let me know. I can come back someday, but phone shops are a bit boring to me. This is a local restaurant here. I've eaten here quite a few times. They have some Western type food and then some local food. You can see, and then they put things in English, which a lot of places don't. So that part's nice. English with prices. You can see it's quite cheap. For a meal here, that's about $4 or $5 US. If you get something nice, $6 or $7. This is a Kamki Cafe. Down here, further, is the Genki Sushi, where they have the conveyor belt sushi. And over here used to be the cinema. And they just opened up this huge VR cinema last year before the COVID problem started. And all of these are ticketing booths. And they used to all play movie trailers nonstop, and you could get ticketing right there with your Octopus card. You just scan your card there and choose your tickets, the seats, and it prints them out right there, and then you can go in. They use those Octopus cards for so much here. It automates a lot, and you can load them almost anywhere. Go to a 7-Eleven or a McDonald's or MTR station, or almost anywhere. You can load money on them. And they can hold you know, a few hundred US. So you load them and then use them until it's empty and then load them again. Well, this is the Genki sushi here, and now they have it limited with the partitions. And every time anybody orders anything, the train will come out and give them food on the train. And then over here they have a hot pot place. You can order food by the pot. After 8, I think this is an unlimited all-you-can-eat buffet for about 20 or 30 US. But it's Chinese food, so all-you-can-eat noodles. Noodles and seafood. This used to go up. These used to go up to another bookstore, but now they have that closed down. I don't know if they're going to open that again later or not. And here we have some some Chinese vending machines. You order the ramen, and then it kicks down the ramen to you, and then you open it up, and then the water, you push the button and the water comes out, then puts the hot water into it. So it's all in one. Here they even have Schneider's, some good old Pennsylvania food. They have represented a few times in there. And sometimes they have Western style snacks here and sometimes local snacks, but Western style snacks are a bit more popular. So they have those quite a lot here. Here we have bigger stuff. You can get biscuits by the box, which we would call cookies. And we have other random things there, down to full meals. And over here, Cheez-Its. And fresh dried fruit. Freeze-dried fruit. And then one of the last bookstores. Still open now, but who knows for how long. This bookstore's been here a long time, and they used to have a VR cafe right out here. They had a bunch of VR machines that you could sit down and pay and hook yourself up and do their various VR games for a while, but now they're getting rid of that. So now they have these nano stations where you can get batteries, rent batteries by the hour while you go through the mall. I kind of doubt they're popular, but who knows? Maybe people are renting them and I don't even know. And then we're all done. So hope you all like the APM mall. We're going to go back down. We're going to enjoy some Five Guys and then roll on home and then pick somewhere else tomorrow to do more filming. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you again soon.